Spain's history with Morocco stretches back centuries. Moorish kingdoms held sway in Spain for over 700 years. This left a lasting cultural legacy. Spain's direct control in Morocco began in the late 19th century. They held small enclaves like Ceuta and Melilla. These outposts served as strategic footholds. Spain's influence paled compared to France. The Berlin Conference of 1884 changed everything. European powers carved up Africa. Spain claimed Western Sahara, a vast desert land. They hoped to bolster their empire and tap into potential resources. Spain's forays met resistance from the Sahrawi people. The nomadic Sahrawi were fiercely independent. Spain established trading posts and military outposts. They sought to solidify their claim. The stage was set for a protracted struggle. This struggle would define the region for decades. The early 20th century saw the scramble for Africa reach its zenith. European powers clashed over Morocco, strategically positioned on the Strait of Gibraltar. In 1904, France and Spain struck a deal, carving up Morocco into spheres of influence. The Treaty of Fez in 1912 established a French protectorate over most of Morocco. Spain was left with a smaller protectorate in the north. Nowhere was resistance to Spanish rule more fierce than in the Rif Mountains. The Berber tribes of the Rif, led by the charismatic leader Abd el-Krim, waged a relentless guerrilla war against the Spanish. The Rif War, which raged from 1921 to 1926, became a symbol of Moroccan resistance to colonialism. Abd el-Krim proved to be a shrewd military strategist. He inflicted heavy casualties on the Spanish forces. The Rif War was a brutal and costly affair for both sides. Spain, determined to crush the rebellion, employed brutal tactics. They used aerial bombardments and even chemical weapons against Rifian villages. These atrocities only strengthened the Rifian resolve. The war also had significant implications for Spain itself. The conflict drained the Spanish treasury and demoralized the Spanish public, contributing to the growing instability of the Spanish monarchy. The Rif War eventually ended in 1926 with the defeat of Abd el-Krim. However, the rebellion left an enduring legacy. It exposed the brutality of Spanish colonialism and fueled the flames of Moroccan nationalism. The Rif War served as a potent symbol of resistance against foreign domination. It inspired future generations of Moroccans and Sahrawis to fight for their independence. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe to Emgotvhistory Warfare for more stories. Shifting sands, from protectorate to phosphate. The Spanish Civil War, which took place from 1936 to 1939, had a profound impact on Spain's colonial policies. Francisco Franco, the victor of the war, relied heavily on Moroccan soldiers from the Spanish protectorate. These soldiers, known as regulares, played a pivotal role in securing Franco's victory. This created a complex relationship between Spain and its Moroccan subjects. After the war, Spain's grip on its colonies began to weaken. The rise of anti-colonial sentiment globally, coupled with Spain's own internal struggles, made it increasingly difficult to maintain control. In the 1960s, the discovery of vast phosphate deposits in Western Sahara added a new dimension to the conflict. Phosphate, a valuable resource used in fertilizer production, became a coveted prize. The discovery of phosphate attracted international attention. It also fueled the flames of Sahrawi nationalism. The indigenous Sahrawi people, who had long endured Spanish rule, saw an opportunity to assert their claim to their homeland and its resources. The stage was set for a new chapter in the struggle for Western Sahara. This time, the Sahrawi people would be at the forefront of the fight. The legacy of empire echoes of Spanish rule. The final act in Spain's colonial presence in Morocco and Western Sahara unfolded in the 1970s. The Polisario Front, a Sahrawi liberation movement founded in 1973, launched a guerrilla war against Spanish forces. The Polisario Front's objective was clear: to end Spanish rule and establish an independent Sahrawi state. In 1975, as Spain grappled with internal turmoil and the Polisario Front intensified its campaign, King Hassan II of Morocco orchestrated the Green March. This mass mobilization of over 350,000 unarmed Moroccans into Western Sahara was a strategic masterstroke. It forced Spain's hand and effectively ended Spanish control over the territory. Spain withdrew from Western Sahara in 1975, leaving behind a legacy of unresolved conflict. Morocco annexed the northern two-thirds of Western Sahara, while the Polisario Front, backed by Algeria, continued to fight for independence. The conflict, known as the Western Sahara War, has raged on for decades, displacing hundreds of thousands of Sahrawis and creating one of the world's most protracted refugee crises. It is a stark reminder of the enduring legacy of colonialism and the human cost of unresolved territorial disputes.